I mean, I don't know if him asking for money is true, but if that is true, I see that as like wildly unethical and also a good reason to fire him. You know, this seems like a good reason to fire Jake if he's asking / begging contestants for money. That seems weird. I mean, isn't that money they should be getting? This guy's been supporting MrBeast being exposed the entire time. Why MrBeast fired Jake the Viking? All right, well, we'll see if there's anything with merit in here. I don't know why he was fired.
Captain, where the heck did you just get that information from? Well, he did ask me for some money. That's some top information, though. I don't know whoever told you that is crazy.
Wait, that's the guy that won $1 million in the MrBeast video. Did Jake the Viking ask him for money? Is that what's being said there? I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm too excited. Let's watch this.
MrBeast has been all over everyone's feeds a lot.
What the heck? Is this Sunny V2?
Recently, originally starting with his association with Ava Chris Tyson and the grooming allegations being made against her. Jimmy himself addressed the situation, distancing himself from Chris and putting out a statement on Twitter in an attempt to shut
Yeah, Zednot, I saw the Cold Raven thing. I'll watch that later.
things down and remove a bit of the heat. However, things have only escalated massively since then. Since Jimmy addressed the Chris Tyson situation, a number of ex-employees and associates have since come forward with their own allegations, creating a massive chain of events that shows a pattern of extremely manipulative, controlling, and downright disgusting behavior. One of the more serious allegations being made against MrBeast is about the way he, his massive team, and his very expensive lawyers love to cover up their deplorable behavior. Today's video is going to be focusing on two specific cover-up allegations: the real reason that Jake the Viking was fired, and the PDF file allegations against an ex-crew member and employee who happens to be Jake's own brother.
Skip to 4 minutes. I'm enjoying watching right now.
In-law. As crazy as it might seem, these two situations that seem to be connected are actually completely unrelated. Jake has been making a lot of noise on Twitter lately, with multiple posts at Jimmy himself.
Yep. Virtue signaling a lot.
Going on to claim that Jimmy knew, that the
Jimmy
silence is deafening, and that it just keeps getting
These
worse.
are so funny in retrospect, knowing who his brother-in-law was.
All of this directed at someone who Jake had led us to believe he was on good terms with, until July 27th, when Jake tweeted, "After seeing all this, I'm glad they fired me."
Yeah, what's interesting about this in particular is that Jake in his video had said, like, yeah, they stopped coming back to me for roles and stuff. They didn't want me as much anymore. They kind of said that I didn't fit the team anymore. But, at the same time, I want to do my own thing and grow my own brand, so I'm just going to go do my thing, right? And that video got 17 million views. I'm glad they fired me.
Now, if you're unfamiliar with Jake, he was one of the key group members from the earlier days of MrBeast. He made his first appearance on the channel on June 23rd in a video titled, "Do Water Repellent Shoes Actually Work?" He helped out in a lot of physical challenges and was a consistent on-camera personality all the way up until his last appearance in the video titled $60,000 Extreme Hide and Seek Challenge, which was uploaded on January 18 of 2020. This was the last we'd see of Jake for 3 months, until he uploaded a video on his own channel titled "Why I Left MrBeast." In this video, Jake goes on to explain that it was a mutual parting, and that he and Jimmy didn't have any type of falling out or argument, that it was something that he was already contemplating. He says,
"But my piece no longer fit the puzzle." If that's the best.
Tom, you're too young to understand what money laundering is in RICO cases. What are you talking about specifically? My understanding of money laundering is that money laundering is when you take illegitimate cash and put it through a legitimate business to make it usable so you can then pay taxes on it. You can use it like a normal person instead of hiding it from the government. RICO cases, my understanding is that RICO is the racket. I don't know what RICO stands for, but it's essentially an act used to charge criminal organizations like the cartel or the mafia. And it essentially outlines how you can charge multiple people at once if they're involved in a conspiracy to commit a crime, so that you can get them to squeal on the other person and you can get convictions in cases with organized crime. I don't know why you're talking about that, but that's my understanding racketeering. What is the definition of racketeering? Because I've heard this word a million times. Engaging in a pattern of legal scheming and activity for profit. A racket is a fraudulent and often illegal activity that's carried out by means of extortion or intimidation. Okay. So when I look up RICO, what is RICO? Targeting organized criminal activity and racketeering. It enhances existing criminal punishments and creates new causes of action for acts done as part of an organized criminal enterprise. I guess I had a basic understanding, at least of the history behind it. I don't know why you said that in chat, though. What point did the cops get involved in MrBeast allegations when he does something illegal? What do you think of MrBeast content? I'm not a fan anymore since older videos were centered around their friend group, had charm. I mean, I've seen some of the videos and I found them interesting, but I've never been like a everyday MrBeast viewer, you know? I've never been like a frequent everyday viewer.
Best way to put it. But it was a mutual leaving. I'd already told him multiple times, you know,
Mutual leaving. Let's keep that in mind. Mutual leaving.
what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. You know, I like streaming. I like being able to get in front of, you know, get in front of the camera and entertain people.
I will say he seems very like unenthusiastic about it here. He seems very unenthusiastic about him leaving. Even borderline, I'd say not even excited for the fact that he's moving forward, but that's just, you know, speculation at this point.
People through playing video games or whatever it is. I wanted to be able to make my own videos. You know, I wanted the opportunity to travel and to go places.
MrBeast's new videos are centered around the scale of the challenge and prize. I like the older videos where it was him and his friends. I mean, to be honest, I never felt a particular attachment to in those older videos when I watched them. The few times I did, I never felt any personal attachment to like Jake the Viking or Chris Tyson or who else is there? Carl. Like these people never particularly were interesting to me. So I you know, I never had that.
And not be held back.
Unfortunately, after seeing Jake's posts on Twitter and investigating this ourselves, we found these statements to be very far from the truth. To uncover what really went down between Jake and the Beast crew, we need to go back a few years to when the real story begins. On November 15th in 2019, MrBeast uploaded the first of a 6-video series for his biggest giveaway yet, $1 million. In the first 4 parts of this series, we see Jake alongside Chris, Chandler, and Marcus, each paired up with a contestant similar to a mentor to assist them in challenges and make the overall experience more comfortable. The winner from each of these 4 episodes would go on to compete in the final episode for a chance to win $1 million, 10% of which is to be given to the winning contestant's mentor. Jake was doing well with 2 contestants into the grand final and a 50-50 chance of winning $100,000. It's been alleged to us privately by ex-MrBeast employees that the real reason Jake was let go was that he attempted to coerce multiple contestants in this challenge into giving him large chunks of their winnings.
No. Well, I mean, this guy's just saying that. I don't know what ex-MrBeast employee is telling this guy with 16 subscribers about it, you know? Like, why are they going to him specifically? I don't put necessarily a lot of weight on that. If it's true, that's interesting, but I don't know if that's the case.
The real reason Jake was let go was that he attempted to coerce multiple contestants in this challenge into giving him large chunks of their winnings, much larger than the $100,000 share that he would have been entitled to if his contestant had won. This is a claim that we were unable to prove until we joined a YouTube live stream by Mantonice.
So another person said it.
Who participated in these challenge videos.
This is the guy from the dog pack video that won $1 million in dog packets. It's something to the effect of like, MrBeast didn't help him out managing it after, and it was kind of shitty, right? I think this guy defended MrBeast on Twitter about that. Said that he didn't really like being named there, but very curious what he said. And
won the $1 million prize. We joined Mantonice's stream and asked him this.
Is it true that Jake the Viking was fired because he tried to guilt trip you on another business? Where you getting your information from?
Whoa.
Where is you getting this information from?
Whoa.
Where the heck did you just get that information from?
Look at how surprised he is. He doesn't deny it. He's like, where'd you get that information?
No, I truly want to know. Where's y'all getting this stuff from? I don't know why Jake the Viking got fired. Hey, all I'm gonna say is go ask him. I don't know anybody else's business. By the way, I'm not under NDA or anything like that. But like, I don't know why he got fired. I'm not here to tell anybody business. I don't know. What I'm saying to you, even if I did know, like that's his business. I don't go around spreading like hate in the world. When talking about Jake the Viking's financial situation is not something
I've been teaching theater camp all summer, and the fact that every kid is MrBeast standing hard tells me he'll be fine and nothing will change. I think things will have to change internally at the company, I think, regardless of what kids think, because the negative media attention could affect things like his Amazon deal. So I think things will have to change at the company at the very least. I don't know if it'll be the downfall of his entire career, but yeah, things will have to change at least a little bit. Good luck in India. Enjoy the bathrooms or lack thereof. Thank you.
Would do.
While there was no initial confirmation from Mantonice, when we pressed him further about his experience with Jake personally, he had this to say.
Did he ask you for any of the when you won? Well, he did ask me for some money. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if that's why he got fired or not, but yeah.
No.
He did. I gave Jake some of my earnings, But yeah, that's some top information though. I don't know whoever told you that is crazy. I didn't
No
know.
way.
That's why he got fired. But yeah, he did ask me for some of my earnings. It was during a video. I don't mind talking about this, but it was during a video.
I mean, I don't have proof that happened. This guy's just saying it, but this guy doesn't even seem inclined. I will say this guy doesn't seem like he wants to lie or talk shit about him. He doesn't know why he was fired, so I can't see a reason for him to lie right now, especially when I don't think it would benefit him to shit on Jake the Viking, but interesting. Still an allegation. Make that clear. But very interesting.
He did. He asked me for some of my earnings if I win, because he was helping me during the challenge behind the scenes, like bringing me food and stuff. But I ended up not giving him the amount that I said I was gonna give, because we had all sat down and talked it over. And I gave him, I want to say about 10,000. I think I gave Jake 10,000.
10 grand?
I'm a nice person, y'all.
Mantonice himself says that although he's not aware of the real reason Jake was fired, he did confirm that he was in fact asked for money by Jake during the game's recording. We've reached out to the other contestants who competed in the challenge to confirm their individual experiences, as well as the MrBeast team and even Jake himself. But at the time of publishing this video, we had not received a response. This investigation has uncovered another incident in the chain of many that are now being exposed when it comes to MrBeast and the false veneer that has been covering up a pattern of exploitative and unacceptable behavior from his employees over the years. This now brings us to the second allegation to be addressed in this video, the PDF file who was deeply entrenched within the MrBeast
Right. Well, I mean, we know about this stuff as far as his relation to Jake, right?
share. One. The first is that Jake has put out a new statement on Twitter regarding the Delaware situation. He has confirmed that his brother-in-law is in fact Delaware, a registered offender, and that MrBeast knew this prior to hiring him to be a part of the MrBeast team. The statement reads, "Here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. Yes, he is a registered offender. When he was 20."
Lol. I mean, I don't know if him asking for money is true, but if that is true, I see that as like wildly unethical and also a good reason to fire him. You know, this seems like a good reason to fire Jake if he's asking / begging contestants for money. That seems weird. I mean, isn't that money they should be getting? This guy's been supporting MrBeast being exposed the entire time. I don't know if that's real. Have to wait for Jake's response or to see what the company or any of those other people say. But that is really interesting. That is really, really, really interesting. All right. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, bro. That was really... it was chilling. It was chilling. No, it was interesting, though. Damn.